All right, ladies. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. We are day 2 of our challenge, and I'm going to be doing a lot about training about how to lose body fat over the age of 40. We had 129 of you sign up for our challenge that we just started yesterday. So we're day 2 of our 14-day fat loss kickstart challenge for women over 40. And for those of you that are watching live today with me, if you've never been in a live training before, because you're new to my community, the way this works is I'm speaking here from Zoom. And then basically, if you have any questions or anything like that, just pop it in the comment section. But for those of you that are watching live right now, please say hello in the comment section so I don't feel like I am talking to myself the whole time. Because sometimes when I do these live trainings, that is how I'm feeling. So open conversation. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to put it in the comment section. So hello to all the ladies that are watching here live today. And we are going to be talking about we're going to talk about losing body fat over 40. So before we get into that, yesterday I did do, and actually last week I did a whole training about nutrition and lifestyle strategies for women over 40 as it pertains to fat loss. So today I'm going to talk more about hormones. As I'm learning more, I'm sharing with you guys. I am getting certified as a menopause coaching specialist. So I am learning a lot, and I'm, using all of these strategies with our clients, but I also want to share it with all of you that are in our community. So what we want to talk about first of all is I'm going to give you some science behind what I'm saying, and then why we need to be approaching fat loss differently over the age of 40 compared to what we did in the past. So when a woman loses progesterone, she starts losing progesterone around the time of perimenopause. We have 3 major sex steroids in our body, which is progesterone, estrogen, and also testosterone. So the first out of all of these 3 that we start to lose, which is during perimenopause, is progesterone. And so we become less protected during this time frame. We want to think as progesterone as our shield towards stress, and estrogen is our armor towards stress, and then testosterone is kind of our also adds some additional armor to us as well too. So because of this, we need to be more vigilant about managing stress. Progesterone is considered the more nurturing out of estrogen and progesterone hormones. And as a woman navigates through this transition, we must adopt a more nurturing approach towards ourselves, recognizing the importance of easing into a routine that allows for more rest, recovery, and recharging. And it's essential to take time for yourself to reduce stress, encompassing periods dedicated to rest, recovery, relaxation, and lowering stress levels. And the reason being, if you can go back and look at my training that I did last week, is that progesterone and estrogen, they help us manage and deal with cortisol and insulin levels. So if we are losing these, if we're losing progesterone, and which is a very, very nurturing type of hormone, during this time frame, we have to do what we need to do to help us rest, recover, and recharge more during this time frame. Unfortunately, women that are undergoing perimenopause and menopause fail to adopt this approach. Instead, they stress themselves even further, driven by the belief that since they are not achieving results, they're like, okay, you know what? I am not losing any weight. I keep gaining weight. So I need to work out more. I need to run more. I need to do more HIIT classes. I need to just work harder. and they intensify the routine and they start eating less and less food. This mindset during perimenopause and menopause over the age of 40, it's completely counterproductive. It's not about working harder, but it's about working smarter. Women often attempt to take on more than what they need, and they lose their ability to deal with stress effectively. They lose their shield against stress. And instead of focusing on rest and recovery, they add more stress to their lives. They keep doing more. This means that the way that we reduce more stress is that you avoid the extreme diets and exercise programs that only heighten stress. Instead, you want to look at a more balanced approach, neither too much or too little, and what we like to call the Goldilocks zone. That is what is most advisable for both diet and exercise. And I will give you some suggestions around that as we get into the training. So hi, Teresa. Hi, Nancy. Thank you very much for joining me today. So this balance is crucial, especially as women lose their protective shield of progesterone. And as they transition into menopause and postmenopause, they not only lose the shield is progesterone, but they also start losing their armor, which is estrogen, diminishing your capacity to manage stress even further. This is because progesterone, along with estrogen and testosterone, play a vital role in stress management. And the levels of these hormones decline through perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause. So each stage of menopause requires women to increasingly focus on reducing stress and managing it more effectively, avoiding the temptation to resort to extreme diets like I'm going to cut out a bunch of carbs, or I'm going to drop my calories to 1,000 calories or 900 calories or 1,100 calories per day. I feel like the blanket statement from, even doctors will tell a woman that's over 200 pounds to, consume 1,200 calories, and it's not, we need to avoid the temptation to resort to these extreme diets and exercise, which ironically is a common but misguided approach. We will see, like, studies have indicated that women who experience stress and respond negatively to it during perimenopause and menopause are more likely to gain belly fat, regardless of their body type. Even lean women under stress may notice an increase in belly fat, which is a direct consequence of reduced stress resilience, meaning that you are losing your shield and your armor and your ability to deal with stress because we are losing progesterone and estrogen during this time frame. So this increase in belly fat is intricately linked to hormonal changes induced by stress. While younger women, so while we're younger, may experience hormonal fluctuations due to lifestyle stress, perimenopause and menopausal women face these changes inherently as their hormonal levels shift, leading to higher insulin, cortisol, and a relative increase in testosterone levels. These hormonal shifts can provoke cravings for salty, sugary, fatty, highly caloric foods due to stress hormones, thereby increasing insulin levels and caloric intake, and which in turn drives the accumulation of belly fat. Thus, the ability to metabolize food and calories as efficiently as before diminishes, underscoring the importance of managing stress effectively. So this approach involves recognizing the detrimental impact of stress on the body, particularly during the critical transition of perimenopause and menopause, and adopting strategies to mitigate its effect through balanced diet, exercise, and stress management techniques. This is how we are going to see results over the age of 40. Now, how many of you that are watching, hi Rose, yes and yes, that are watching this right now, how many of you are noticing that you are accumulating more belly fat during perimenopause and menopause? If you want to share with this, comment yes below. But but we'll get into the metabolism and some, really great tips on what you need to be doing during this time frame so that you can be successful at losing body fat over the age of 40. Okay. So what we do need to go over is metabolism. Okay. One of the major issues that we want to discuss in relationship to metabolism is stress management. Okay. So the metabolism is not solely about calories or hormones, it's fundamentally how we manage stress. It acts as a stress sensing and responding mechanism. There is a particular type of stress, often overlooked and unknown by many, that arises from the discrepancies between the calories consumed and those expended. This discrepancy, which we will refer to, is called the calorie gap. So this is the difference between intake and output, which is a significant metabolic stressor. This stressor becomes even more pronounced once you lose estrogen and progesterone, regardless of whether you're consuming fewer calories and exercising more or eating more and exercising less. In essence, it doesn't matter if you are a dieter or if you are what they like to call the couch potato, somebody who sits and doesn't move and eats a lot of food. Both scenarios, so whether you are somebody who is dieting and working out a lot, that is a stressor, or if you are on the other end of the spectrum, these are both stressful states for the metabolism. So managing stress effectively during perimenopause, postmenopause, and menopause means understanding that overeating and underexercising, just as much as undereating and overexercising, are not beneficial. Both places are the extremes, okay? And they're both stressful. If you want to picture the metabolism here, both of them is putting a lot of stress on the metabolism. So it's crucial to recognize that stress isn't merely psychological. Many forms of metabolic stress are not psychological at all, including sleep deprivation, which we see, and I've talked about last week, is that lack of sleep is a huge stressor to the body. Hormonal changes, adverse childhood events, traumatic events, infections, inflammatory stress, environmental toxicity, emotional stress. These stressors can originate both outside and inside the body, encompassing everything from external traumas and toxins to internal hormonal and genetic stressors. Your body signals. The great thing about our body is that our body will signal when it's under stress, not necessarily through social or emotional psychological stress, but through our biofeedback. Okay. If you are our client, we ask for check-ins every 2 weeks. And when you do your check-ins with us, we are assessing your biofeedback markers. This is sleep, hunger, mood, energy, cravings, digestion. It helps us to monitor if your metabolism is managing stress adequately. This is why we ask for those biofeedback markers. And guess what? If you are trying to do this with an app is not going to manage or assess your biofeedback markers. So it can be incredibly frustrating if you are using an app that's telling you your calories and your macros and you're not seeing any results because your app doesn't know what's going on with your biofeedback markers. When your biofeedback markers are all good, meaning that you are sleeping well, you have no hunger, your mood is good, your energy is good, your cravings are great, your digestion is okay, all of these things, it means that your metabolism is likely handling stress well. However, deviations in these areas signal a need for intervention to regain balance. So one of the things that we could be doing is walking. Walking emerges as a primary tool for managing stress. Unlike running, which can elevate cortisol levels. And when I put this when we're looking at exercise as a whole, using running or doing things like high HIIT classes, boot camp, high intensity workouts, cardiovascular workouts, grouping them all together. They can all elevate cortisol levels. It might overtax the system for many women, especially those that are already facing hormonal imbalances due to perimenopause or menopause. But walking, particularly slowly, leisurely walking, can significantly lower cortisol levels. This activity can be sustained over long periods, offering a potent countermeasure to the loss of estrogen and progesterone. So you want to aim for daily step count, which is between 8 to 12,000 steps. Ideally, we say 10,000 is like really, really great if you can maintain that daily. So one of the things that you can be doing, which we're doing in the challenge right now, is walking, because it can reduce and lower your cortisol levels. Furthermore, food choices play a critical role in stress management. You want to be opting for higher protein, making sure that you're eating enough protein in your diet. We aim for about 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight, and whole nourishing foods. So whole foods, lots of veggies. Over stress inducing choices like sugary snacks can make a significant difference in not only helping you with losing body fat, but also for helping you stress. Okay. Incorporating relaxing activities such as taking hot baths or practicing meditation, or you could do massage, self-massage like foam rolling. They can all help in alleviating and reducing stress. It's important also to manage light exposure. So maximizing natural light in the morning. So a lot of our clients that are, experiencing a lot of symptoms during perimenopause, like hot flashes or a lot of anxiety and things like that. One of the things that we do recommend that they do is exposing them to natural light first thing in the morning. Okay, so going outside, putting your face to the sun first thing in the morning, and so that we are exposing to natural sunlight in the morning, and we want to minimize artificial light at night. Why do we want to do this? So that we can support your body's natural circadian rhythms and also improve sleep quality. Sorry, I got to take a sip of water there. So in summary, understanding and managing the various stressors affecting metabolism, particularly the often overlooked stress of the calorie gap, is vital. Okay, so employing strategies such as walking, making better food choices, and engaging in stress-reducing activities can help you replenish that protective armor, progesterone and estrogen, because we are losing estrogen and progesterone levels during this time frame. We need to really look at reducing overall stress. So how can you lose body fat over the age of 40? Number one, we want to make sure that we are walking. Okay, I am telling you right now, if you have a job where you are sedentary, even if you have a job where you are standing, we have a client that stands all day long, and she thought she was getting 7 to 10K steps per day, until we started measuring it, and it's only like just 4,000. That is not enough. That is extremely, extremely sedentary, and we need to walk and get more steps in. So if you have a watch, if you don't have a watch, invest in a watch. You can get a cheap one on Amazon. Track your steps, get a pedometer, and you want to be aiming for 8 to 12,000 steps per day, ideally 10,000 steps per day. This is leisurely walking. This is not on a treadmill incline. Like I tell people, I've had some clients are like, yeah, I'm walking, I've got on a treadmill, I'm on an incline, I'm going like speed of 4 or like 3.5. No. We want speed of 3 or under on the treadmill. We want flat. We want leisurely walking, because we want to be reducing stress. That is the whole point of walking. And if you can get outside walks done as much as possible, that is ideal. Okay. So walking, number one. Number two, we want to manage stress as much as possible. The way that you could do that is with walking. Doing the walking daily is going to be really, really important. The next thing that you want to be doing is that you want to be assessing your biofeedback markers. That's your sleep, hunger, cravings, digestion, and sleep. Okay, did I go through them all? Sleep, hunger, mood. Sorry, I was missing the mood. So sleep, hunger, mood, energy, cravings, and digestion. You want to be monitoring these things to see how your body is responding and assessing them. If your biofeedback markers are out of whack, that means your metabolism is stressed and you're not going to see the fat loss that you're looking for. And then you need to get those biofeedback markers feeling better. The way that you could do that is, you know, by nutrition, and also managing stress. And the other thing that you want to be doing nutritionally is you want to make sure that you're consuming enough protein in your diet. So you want to do 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight per day. And in terms of exercise, the type of exercise that you could be doing, I'm giving you guys more than 3 tips today, is you need to be strength training. Okay. And yeah, so you need to be strength training. That is going to be the other thing. You want to go for at least 3 strength training workouts per week. If you can do 4, that's fine, but we don't want to be stressing your body out more. But strength training is great because we are not elevating cortisol levels with this type of activity. You're building lean muscle mass, which will improve your body composition. It'll also help you regulate hormonal levels, but also help you deal with insulin, the insulin resistance that happens because of the loss of progesterone and estrogen during perimenopause and menopause. So let me just check on the comments here. Yeah, Marie, yes, it is a lot of protein. However, it's important. You know, protein, 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight, or ideal body weight. Okay, so if you are a woman that you're 180 pounds, but your goal weight is 150 pounds, then you should be aiming for about 150 grams of protein per day. It is imperative that you get enough protein in your diet. If you do not get enough protein in your diet, you are going to be losing muscle mass, which means that you are going to be slowing down your metabolism even more. And especially if you're going through perimenopause and menopause, where hunger and cravings is going to increase during perimenopause and menopause, having enough protein will keep you full and it'll keep you satiated. So it'll also prevent you from overeating in calories, which causes that menopausal belly that we talked about. Okay. So I have changed my protein intake to my goal weight and I stay full longer. Absolutely. You'll also notice that reducing cravings, cravings for sugary things completely comes down when we are eating enough protein into your diet. So Marie, what type of protein sources are you having? I think when we think of protein, we think of things like just meat, but we could do a protein shake is a really great way to boost your protein intake. If you're doing diesel protein powder, that is the one that I recommend because it's a whey isolate. It has no carbs. It has no fats in it. You are getting 30 grams of pure protein and it's sweetened with stevia, which is a natural sweetener. So you could do 1 scoop of protein powder, which is going to give you 30 grams of protein. So Marie, if you are having 90 grams of protein per day and you add on that 30 grams of protein with the 1 protein shake, that's going to give you 120 grams of protein. Okay. Now, where I find a lot of women are not having protein is at breakfast time. Okay. So breakfast, you could, if you have my protein packed recipe book, go make my protein muffins. Go make my protein cheesecake. Like those, if 1 serving of that will give you like 35 to 40 grams of protein, which will make it a lot easier for you to reach your protein goals for the rest of the day. Okay. Rose makes a comment here. I started menopause at 41 and I am 53, but still feel the effects of menopause. Yeah, they said that you can still feel it for 10 years. You can still feel the effects of menopause. So it is imperative, Rose, for you to do what we're telling you to do and manage the stress, do more walking, strength training, eating the protein. All of these things are really, really important to help you manage those symptoms that you're feeling. So yeah, getting more protein in your diet is really important. Megan, you're also saying that as well too. Now, I use my Greek yogurt with half a scoop of protein powder with my breakfast. So that meal is the easiest for me. Amazing. Yeah, that's a really great way to do that. You might want to do 1 scoop of protein powder so that you get, over 40 grams of protein for the day. Now it'll be easier for you. Front load your protein in the morning if you can. You'll stay fuller, you'll longer, you will help regulate blood sugar and insulin levels, and it'll prevent you from having, that 3 p.m. Afternoon slump where most people feel like they need to get some sugar into them. The other place where I see most people not having protein is at snack time. So what are you having for your snacks? Your snacks can also be a protein-packed snacks. Again, go to my recipe book. I have lots of great protein-packed snacks in there that you can have at snack time to help you get another 20 or 30 grams of protein at snack time as well too. So ladies, we know that, that there are one of, 5 reasons why a lot of women are not, seeing the results that they want to, and what's really holding them back. And we at Friends of Fit here want to empower every woman that's in our community by showing them what is holding them back. We have worked with hundreds of women, and we found that it's one of these 5 things that is holding them back. So it's metabolism, hormones, calories or macros, improper workouts, or stress. And how we empower our community members is, number 1, we diagnose the problem or the root cause. Number 2, we analyze your data. Number 3, we tell you what's holding you back and exactly how to fix it. Okay, this is called our Friends of Fit assessment. It's designed to tell you which one of these is your root cause that is holding you back and how you can start seeing the results that you want. We are going to give you the solution so that you are fully empowered to know exactly what to do. So now some women, they want accountability, and they want us to guide them through this process, which we can do through our 101 coaching program. And then for some women, they feel like they can do this on their own. Either way, we are going to diagnose the root cause and give you the exact blueprint of what you need to do in order to fix it. We do this for free for every woman that's inside of our Facebook group community. And as we want to empower you to know exactly what to do. So everyone in our community gets our Friends of Fit assessment. If this is something that you think that you want, I am going to pop it in the comment section, the assessment form that you need to complete. Once you complete the assessment form, you will get an email with a link to book a call. So I'm just going to plop this in here. For those of you that are watching right now, like Marie and everyone, did you guys fill out the assessment form already? I popped it in the comment section. So complete the Friends of Fit assessment form. Once you complete that form, we need that form completed so that we have the data to diagnose everything. Then you could book a call with me, and I'll get on a call with you and tell you exactly what the root issue is for you of why you're not seeing progress, and lay out the blueprint for you to start making progress. All right, ladies, thank you so much for all of you that are joining me here today. If you're watching the replay, if you have any questions, please feel free to pop it in the comment section, or you could direct message me as well too. Again, thank you everyone for watching. I hope this was informative for you so that you can really understand what is going on hormonally over 40 and how we need to navigate during this time of our lives. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. Have an amazing day, everyone. Bye for now.